how can we be sure this experiment's gonna work anyway?
We cannot.
So we start up some arrays, whatever those are, punch a hole in the abyss, and then fly through?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
We're close to finishing this. One way or another.
Yeah. I keep thinking about what happened on Nova Garon.
I know. Just don't brood so much that you lose your edge. We're counting on you.
Yeah, I understand.
Purge troopers. What are they doing here?
Attacking! Enter him! Not enough to down me! You're quick. Take this! There's more escape from us! Block us off!
Another... Simply...
Integrity reduced.
Incoming projectiles.
Get back here. Heavy damage.
Another sim.
Sustaining damage. I know you're around here. Advancing on the enemy. Come on. Take position. Very well. You're going down. Wing You aren't leaving here alive.
Hey, PD?
Your death, craven weakling. You'll suffer for this.
Got something to help me?
Brace yourself. Kill. Pressure. That mistake. You're going to bleed. Feel the pain. Face me, coward. I'll stop you. You'll have to try harder. Don't get caught in my attack.
They were waiting for us. Maybe Bo told them we were coming.
Impressive. So, this is your kingdom.
I work with many talented scientists,
None as talented as you, Centauri.
and yet we've reached an impasse. Perhaps he will bring me some much-needed luck.
This looks promising. Not bad for an abandoned facility. All the arrays are online. Now we just have to activate them. Kree must have locked down the facility when they evacuated. That's not gonna stop us.
Proceed to the observation deck to initiate alignment.
You gotta hand it to Kree. She thought of everything.
Year Editing King here. I want to say not only do I apologize, I've been streaming this game for literally days on end, been pulling 24 plus hour streams, and not only have my recording mixed sometimes bugged out from the multi-case of not only hyper streaming, VODs not all being in the same conjunction. The fact is that the streams themselves have been lost at Switch, as I've taken a lot of time not only to do my own personal, you know what I'm saying, business, a lot of shit going on, mixing life, dedicating my time to a bunch of different other projects. I've been in the kitchen, I've been in the lab, I've been in the basement, cooking up a lot of stuff. And unfortunately, Jedi Survivor, I just couldn't dedicate all the time to. So you guys are going to see the final fight of the game facing Bode, the GOAT Akuna, aka this demon, this ocelotto of the galaxy ass nigga. I hope you guys have enjoyed the journey. I'm sorry you guys couldn't see the cutscene or see some greater array of shit and or see us exploring Tanalorr for a little bit. But at the end of the day, this is what matters. This is what the big impact, this was the big, you know what I'm saying, not only sad, but as well epic tale comes down to. You guys are going to see my post-game form of review and as well see my journey in facing Bode after taking 10 plus tries to take on this menace himself. I hope you guys have enjoyed regardless, though. Again, I apologize, but hopefully in the case for the other case of things that I have in mind to not only upload and put out there on YouTube, being our Ragnarok, my Batman Full Kong series, or whatever the case might be possibly happening, is all good and solid for you guys to see. And again, I'm hoping by the time this video uploads that you guys have enjoyed everything that's happened. If you are new here, please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell icon down below. And as well, if you're new to my Twitch, please go check out my Twitch at King21851. Please follow. Really help me out on the road to 100 subscribers, right? More in the case for obviously the case of YouTube, but as well, I'm obviously on the road for 100 followers for Twitch. Because in truth, I'm trying to at least get 200 or just get about what in full math, because you have 138 being, 100 more than where we were involved in the case of 100 to really get to really easily, just 201. But that's besides the point. Regardless, though, hope you guys will enjoy. Let's go and get it in.
Should maybe like dodge in the air, but I didn't want to catch my legs on some little fucking like semantical take, rafting by movement like type shit. Bro, it's gonna be like 10 plus tries, bro. I mean, this is a dope ass boss so far, man. He hard. Look at him, just standing there, or farming. Look at you. He's a bitch, bro. But he's so cold, bro. That's the thing. Look at this fucking reaction. Look at this. It's like that song.
Defend yourself, Cal. Bitch, like this nigga BD, bro. Defend yourself. Defend yourself. Oh, it is time, baby boys. Oh, it is time. Time to unleash the Sith inside. The menace. The Black Air Force energy. Man, trying to pop out the guns like he fucking John Wick. Boy, sit your ass down. Take another clamp of that CTE. I'm getting tired of my man Cal catching back-to-back headbutts, bro. Still paprika that freaking pistol, so I blasted. God damn. Let me move up.
On your daughter.
Bode, we know what it's like to grow up alone.
Please, listen to them, Papa.
Listen to your daughter.
All right. And when the Empire comes, will you be able to protect my little girl?
With you, we'll try. Why you so unredeemable, nigga? You could pursue something better.
I tried.
Little fucking snake, goddamn. Could have killed him. You better get a fucking fourth phase, bro. You gotta snap, bro. I'm letting this nigga put you in a chokehold. I know he taller, I know he bigger. Man up! That's our girl. Ironic. Pop that nigga. Bam! It's GG's. He sold his fate. I know that shit hurt him. Bow. R.I.P. Gold Gokuna.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks.
Good. We should speak. I was not much older than you when I lost my family. For many years, I carried this pain. I did not want to feel better.
Why?
I thought if I let go of the pain, I would be letting go of the people I loved. But I was wrong. And one day, I met someone who also lost his family. Together, we found another way to survive. This pain is yours. It is part of you.
When my mother died, it changed Papa. And me too, I guess.
Yes. But it does not have to define you. And you must not let it consume you.
You saved my life on Brockham. You let me walk my own path when I needed to. You taught me what it truly means to be a Jedi. Now you're gone. We will continue your legacy, Seer. We will build something that can outlast the Empire. I promise you that. I promise. But I'm scared. I almost lost myself. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready for what comes next.
Cal, guide her through the darkness.
What an absolutely jaw-dropping, bussin', marvelous adventure indeed, chat. It took me now up until this point, being fucking now, in total, everything to be had, 6 to 7 fucking parts, right, for this entire game. I have a lot to say. I'm gonna try the best, clarify in the most coherent, fluid, defined, set in stone way as possible, right? Not only one, but I want to say shout out to the actor for this man, Cal Kestis, bringing to light a lot of defined emotions. Cal Kestis is a very nuanced, unique, and defined protagonist. Like a lot of different protagonists across the board, he always gets better every time you see him. But man, I just think that was just a stellar character all the way through, and just seeing the course from again Jedi Fallen Order to now was beautiful. Beautiful, unprecedented, unarguably one of the best, not only games that I've played in a minute, but easily one of the most peakest playthroughs. Now, with that being said, story-wise, I think it's very good. I think it has a defined pace. I think the intro, yes, I still stand with it a little bit slow, but it's still pretty good. I think Corazon is a fine enough intro for not only gameplay, representation, personality, charisma, and other enjoyable things like that. It's pretty simple going all the way through. I think it's very enjoyable. I think the characters are amazing. I think the build up and mixed touch of like love interest thing with Cal and Marine is not too bad. Again, like what I said when I first saw it, it just kind of existed. It's not necessarily that it can't exist and still be cool. It's sometimes touching, especially for Cal. And again, there's similarities in the greater lore take with them. So I do think it is a very much strong case of matter of obviously, love interest and relationship thing. It's not bad. It's not devoid of a cool greater principle. I love playing as Seer. I think Seer has a beautiful showcasing and portrayal of being a built different lineman when it came down to the sword and standing tit for tit, bang for bang, ball for ball, easily with the greatest of the Jedi, and possibly even then very much is so much way beyond the hypothetical lead of this man Cal, because Cal ain't doing none of that to Darth Vader, ain't doing none of that at all. But don't get it twisted, this is easily a great shine and demonstration of this brother being dang near almost to the possibility and potential to be an elite famed Jedi, a top tier. So to me, again, Seer doing that boss fight with Darth Vader took me like 6 or 7 tries. This nigga Bode took me like 7 to 8 tries. I don't even know how many. I can't wait to go and not only edit this down, make it into a video. This shit has been wonderful. This shit has been peak. This shit has been busting. And I easily think, even though I don't have to compare, even though I am one, if y'all possibly want me to do a greater like comparative thought-provoking video between who was my argument for being my favorite game of 2023, even if I did not fully play this game back in 2023, being Marvel Spider-Man 2 or Star Wars Jedi Survivor, right? This game, story-wise to me, in construction and force and pace and core, you know what I'm saying, delivery is obviously way more better, I would say, than Spider-Man 2. Don't get it twisted. Spider-Man 2 story does have its defined means, but it's a laying of everything in the most like cohesive figurement in the most defined, constructive way, and a lot more of a, you know, better with pace, tale of like a better, more seasoned together, fluid story. As Spider-Man 2 got a lot going on and kind of might sometimes seem jumbled, it still is a jack of all trades in emotion, delivery, and impetuous stance of not only, you know what I'm saying, delivering on a lot of aspects of Star Wars in a very unique and innovative way. They can redefine what it means to be with the Force. I think it's a beautiful story, heartbreaking. The story is mesmerizing. The music is profound. This is a peak soundtrack. Easily got to put in the playlist. And this definitely has reinvented, I feel like, not only a new sense of not only drive to get more invested in Star Wars. This has retouched a nigga heart more than Fallen Order probably ever could, my nigga. And it is definitely still a rating. Like, I gave Fallen Order like a good 9 out of 10, but I definitely think story-wise for Jedi Survivor, you know, I think the twist with Bode is beautiful. It's very heartbreaking. It's annoying. It's that reusable feeling, but even worse, my nigga. And I think it is beautiful. I think it is defined. I think it's put together in a very good way. There is an argument that, you know, there could have been, I guess, a more distinctful build-up with Bode in the grand scope for this, even though there was a little bit of signs here and there, you know what I'm saying, for this. And obviously it's a betrayal thing, so it's not necessarily that it doesn't necessarily not make sense or not. It fits perfectly. There could have been greater exploration and explore some shit past this stuff with Bode and Mixed Tie, but I still think that it's very much finally done. I think it is beautifully put together and all poor shit that comes with it. And I definitely do think that this game does uphold every essence, every way of the peak that is Star Wars, and it definitely has strike more of a reason to get invested in the Star Wars more than anything. So I'll probably say in comparison to Fallen Order and, you know, Spider-Man 2, which I give Spider-Man 2, right, a solid defined rating of the most, giving the prop that it has a lot more, you know what I'm saying, pros than cons. It has more good than flaws. That it gets a very proud sentiment to me for reasonably a 8 to almost 8.5 out of 10, and at the harshest critical 7 something. I think Spider-Man 2 story again is very swell, it's very good, it's very much nice, you know, it doesn't have the same touch and great a unequivocal gas that is Spider-Man 1. But the thing is about Jedi Survivor, its story I feel like clears, and I easily think Jedi Survivor gets, like, if I was trying to be the most critical, right, and just like a 1-2 mixed touch problem, or maybe producing more of a greater elaboration and explore of the mixed tale of like Bode and with his wife and all this shit, and just getting a little bit more like grander all around attachment, I think the story gets an easy 10 out of 10. I see no problems. That could just be, again, post ending the game, but I think it's a 10 out of 10. I think it's that good. I think it's a very solid story. Now, my critiques for the game has nothing to do with the story. Gameplay wise, the navigation absolutely trash, I feel like, to an extent. I do not like how the map lay, like, you know what I'm saying, like form of not only representation is, but as well I do not like how the setup is. To elaborate a little bit more with this, because I kind of sound a little bit weird, but I'm saying again, I do not like how the master lay of not only representation is, but the sense of the relay and display for how to get the point to point is in higher grade environments. You will see the opening of obviously a great can of worms. You'll see the outer shell. You'll see the grand scope, pretty much Monopoly case of like play on play of basically inner and outside look of it from a like game or inside and out intricate setup. And it still will not help because it's so much cluster. It's so much crowded around. The representation of it seems the most all over the place on some occasions. It's a weird setup in sense of like, I feel like, you know, being the type of game or something of this sort, where when they try to represent the in lore, the obviously, you know what I'm saying, immersive touch of the thing, they sometimes is trying to be too immersive, and it looks like a bunch of just polygrams and a bunch of shit on my screen that I can't entail. I know where the objective is, I know where central points are, I know where the meditation points are, but with my little fucking Dorito-like icon to tell me where to go, and at the same time by proxy, the most random, kind of in your face, but then not inside and outside the box course to get the shit is just weird. It doesn't make sense, and I need to look up multiple guides in advance to get to where I need to be. Shout out to fucking Kibbles Gaming. This man has not only helped me disputably, you know what I'm saying, push past the bullshit that might deter a motherfucker from wanting to play the game again, like shit, and be able to push past this shit. This man has been not only the most defined from an educator, great A helper, to a guy and push through, not only a brother, to get around this shit from point to point, but it just helped me get around some of the most weird, wild, unneedly confusion, absolutely obnoxious and insufferable design of some different navigations. And again, I just did not like how the display is. It's one thing if you want to be immersive and represent this very wacky sci-fi tech-based thing, and then touch into the fact that again in display seems akin to like a fucking board game or some PS2 RPG almost essence, but it's just weird. It doesn't help when we're in a big ass environment and Cal seems like he's in the middle of nowhere in this intricate splice, and the entire area, the entire environment is like a fucking maze. It's not fun to go around. It's tedious. It makes the things too fucking long. And half of my stream is dedicated to just getting around. And most of the time, especially my early streams, from like part 1 to even like part 4, my brother was able to gauge and get around this shit. Regardless of it be like 0.5, point this, it didn't matter. A dude was able to get around this shit. I finished this game in 4 days, so I'm very not only proud. I think with the case of like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, it took me like a week or two to finish that game. So playing all the way, right, and playing this more elaborate stream sense, and definitely being obviously a lot more engaged and a lot more excited, especially to fully give this game a chance. I think it is very interesting, right? Man really did his shit, very proud. But more of my critiques besides the navigation is I do think some of the system design, not only in the structure of how to get from place to place, point for point, is very much fucking weird. It does not make sense sometimes, and I feel like even though, yes, this game has that Dark Souls, that Elden Ring, so different setup of that, where it's not going to hold your hand, some things that seem unneededly being difficult and just trying to annoy you. It just seemed like the biggest brain clusterfuck. And again, like I said before, to rescind my statement, I do not like that little case of map, a little lay of this and this and this on here, but then you got the nerve and actual physical visual of the problem and process to get to something. It just seems like the most wanting to deter and down from your morale. If you really testing your patience, if you won't rage from the combat, because the combat makes skill issue, annoyance, it's more annoying than objectively bad. But sometimes, bro, in the game, you be getting over pressured and overwhelmed so much, and you get hit once, your stem retracts. Your stem don't come through, your healing gets deterred, it gets dispersed of any possibility to move from point for point, place for place. You cannot generally, in most confines of playing and moving, actually have progressively fun and combative challenge with some admission of better movement, because you get literally dogpiled on, bro. Cal, even as a Jedi, it seems like I'm over here getting put into the victim spot, bro. And unlike the Tarnish are nowhere now, it kind of just feels annoying and unneeding. Don't get it twisted. That, if anything, is just more striking of being, again, a mixed skill issue to even just unneeded annoyance, because any game you can get multi-poured with nothing but cancer and absolute annihilation from all sides, and nigga get gangbang, no diddy. It's just not fun at all. I don't like it. I hate that shit. But even then, I still think it's beautiful. The other greater like mixed critique to like nitpick, I think is as well a reasonable critique, is the fucking puzzle design. The puzzle design in some a lot of the greater fundamentals is not bad. It's just absolutely annoying and very much unneeded. Some of the puzzles do not register your actual movement. I feel like I do something to get over the puzzle and it just doesn't work. And then by proxy, it's so like unbeknownst. It's the most random, like unknowledgeable, reasonable for most people to pick up on. And I feel like they did not do a second test on some of these designs. They did not actually do a good job designing this shit. And I'm not the only person that complains about not only the design, the map design, the greater layout system, the display, the navigation. It's been a multi-case thing where it's like, I need a guide to get through. Whoever designed this shit, I don't want them to be cussed out or get fired, but you need to reevaluate your entire movement in designing a map and designing a course to get to place, A to B. It's terrible. It's bad. It shouldn't exist. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had a hard time with navigation like this in a very, very fucking long time. And Survivor's the only one. Fallen Order did not have this, and not have this problem with puzzles. Only one puzzle that I need a fucking guide for. This shit, absolutely goofy, absolutely dumb. It makes no sense at all. It's retarded. There's no excuse. You have no excuse to be pulling in or moving the way that you do in some of these occasions. And I feel like there's no denying that this shit is not only absolutely goofy, absolutely undeniably booty cheeks and some different course about shit, but all around, I just could never ever allow a system to be that like infuriating and that tedious and repetitive. It's not fun. It's just not a good system. I don't like it, and most people don't. So this isn't just like a obviously your subjective individual thing. I feel like it's almost reasonably in the presence of being objective. Like, it's just annoying. It's hard to get by, but a dude tries his best to get around all these puzzles and move the best. And by the end all, that's when you need to clock to this shit. And sometimes, yeah, you're just not looking around. You're not doing your best due diligence. You know, sometimes you're not looking up. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. So sometimes it could be a skill issue and just not the most consideration for shit. Maybe just game illiterate. You know, maybe you might want to call a nigga smooth brain for this. You were just ignorant, naive. But a lot of these across my stream and across these videos is going to demonstrate that it is not just a one note, oh, you don't know what you're doing. Nah, it is a back-to-back countless array. So, no, like, that's not even fair. But besides that stuff, I think it is a still very solid game. I would recommend, not only for a Star Wars fan, but if you're a fan of these Souls-like, you have interest and or fondness to sort of combat, sci-fi, space, all that. Shout out to Cameron Mohangan, right? Shout out to them. Sarah Junda, Deborah Wilson, beautiful with it. Boda Kuna, Nasha Dela, Nice Sister Marine, Tina Love, all these people. Shout out to the whole motherfucking village. You already know what it is. I mean, I love all of it. I love every single one of it, right? Shit was beautiful. She was beautiful. Shout out to Scar Lawrence for repping Darth Vader canonically and reform. Darth Vader the GOAT. But yeah, simple as that, homie. I love every aspect of it. I still will give you the critique that reasonably, like compared to Spider-Man 2, will also be story and little nitpicks, but they're about the same level. If I had to say which game would deserve more of Game of the Year in my eyes, I probably would still kind of lean to Spider-Man 2 because it has a lot more greater shit than Survivor, in my opinion, still. But I do think Survivor still has a great thing, has obviously a better open world perspective, has a lot of cool shit with it. It's a very wonderful and marvelous game, and I do fuck with it. And even if AI be the most, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only big weird thing with it from like the open world perspective, the obviously, you know, enemies, it still is what it is, and being fun. And even though EA, now it's like AI in a sense, but EA, be the most greedy, hungry motherfuckers, I still can respect them for making and producing and somewhere being an entire corporation of a bunch of different runaround of slap creations, undeniably so. One of the most peak cases in different not only like gaming companies right now. So again, you gotta give them their props. But yeah, like Spider-Man 2, I would say all around as a game, including with story, right? As I mainly count is your story being incredible, sentiment for being like, you know, from 8, pushing maybe 8.5. It's a lot of pullback. And the later half, more of anything, I think the core middle ground of the story is pretty, you know, solid, defined, very nice. It's well produced, and, you know, core of very much succulent bussin'. I think even with the most critical everything, I would give Spider-Man all around a definitive 8.5 out of 10, almost even 9. I think it's just a lot of shit was lost in potential. Jedi Survivor, though, with those critiques, I think will probably be the same. I think the story is very good, so it's a lot more close to a 9. I do think, like, as a game being better, Jedi Survivor, you could very much argue being better. Just me personally, I see more light in Spider-Man 2. Plus, it's Marvel, it's Spider-Man. You know, no offense, this game ain't never gonna touch that same feeling. But the thing is that Jedi Survivor is still just as good. So I would say I probably would give Jedi Survivor almost a 9 out of 10, but those critiques I think are reasonable to give the game like an 8 point something. I think it does lose a little bit of that. But with the story being a 10 out of 10 and just mainly a lot of gameplay theatrics putting it down, even though this game has been out for almost 3 years, I am playing on a PS5 Pro Max. And it does have a little bit of like some pullback and some graphics and some gameplay perspective and some load time there. It kind of gives that, you know, first gen essence. It seems like I'm still playing on the PlayStation 4, not to disrespect, but it's still pretty good. I still fuck with it. That's my opinion on the game. Gold trophy, a place you can call home. Love every aspect of that shit, gang.
It's not exactly what we expected, but this place is our home now.
Yeah, Grease. Yeah, I guess it is. Still got a lot of work ahead of us.
It will take time to contact the hidden path.
And find the anchorites.
And build a saloon. I mean, the place is creepy, but it does have franchise potential.
This belongs with you.
It belongs with all of us. What do you think, kid? Should we give it a shot?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Ah, that's the spirit. Oh, that's great. Come on, I'll bet you're hungry. I'll make you something to eat. Did you ever have a scaz stick?
Half of the game when it comes to just going for the story, it's bronze trophies. I really do love having that gold trophy and all be all time with that. Okay, it's like solo time, but that's crazy. Journey complete. You have reached the end of your journey. However, the galaxy can be fully explored and there may yet be secrets left to discover. New Journey Plus. New Journey Plus is now available from the main menu. All stances and cosmetics from previous games will be unlocked along with some new perks and lightsaber colors. Any skill points will also carry over to your new game. New Journey Plus free perks. To grant some massive increase in weapon damage for both friends and foes. Warriors replace standard enemies with new, more difficult combat encounters. Trendsetter, randomizer, cosmetics, and death. Similar shit with all that. Beautiful shit. And shit with a green lightsaber, green brown jacket, red pants, clean shit, big meat eating this mug. You already know what it is, man. We did that thing out here, man. A very lovely journey. Love again, gold trophy. Love everything that we got into. Very interesting to say the least.
Nice job, BD.
Not only is it a beautiful planet, but we did our thing across the board. Very glorious. So with this being said, again, lovely game. Obviously, been streaming for an hour now. That's all I have to really say. Can't wait to obviously, see about some greater shit. I don't know if I'll come back to this game, if anything greater form, whenever, the third game is, being counted into, obviously, release and mixed production. That is obviously when I will come back, not only to this game, but obviously I'm going to obviously play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, come back to this. I finished it. I can't wait to hear what Val has to say and what he has to bear to say all around when it comes down to the talk of this game. Yeah, beautiful shit, nonetheless. So, we had some sort of galaxy. This is what the possible main objectives would be. Let me see if there's actually anything greater to be had with the nonsense to say the least. Got it. So fortunate to take both away from that.
Okay, let's pick our next destination.
Rumors still left here. Rumors find missing perspectives. First thing facilitates a little bit of there. Exposure, Shadow Moon. I'll see her in Town Lore. I'll see another Goran. Consort. Panic and Jedi. Sunflower was crazy. The Town Lore's out 70%. It's 80%. It's 59.1%. 88 something. 53. That's 7. Be interesting. For a great deal of this game. That's it though for me. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm gonna see you guys in the next stream. Peace out, mom, man.